Robbo's Tale. Music by Igor Stravinsky. Text by C.F. Ramuz. A new translation by Elizabeth Diamond. The reader sits before a small table with a little jug of wine and an old tattered book. The orchestra sits on the other side of the stage. Introduction. Robbo's March. Down a beaten, dusty track
tramps Robbo with his pack.
2 weeks' leave is all he's got. On he tramps, tired and hot. Tramps for miles and miles. On he tramps and still, always one more endless hill. The music, drums, continues.
Robbo.
Enters during the music.
Robbo
Drops his pack near a stream as the music ends. His back is so tired, his boots are in shreds. Be a soldier, hell of a way to get ahead. Not a dime for a drink, never a break, perfect. My stuff is all over the place. My St. Joseph medal, gone, not a trace. It was silver, his own patron saint, on the face. Ah, thank God he rummages more. Wet socks, an apple, rats, just the core. Spent ammo, oh, perfect, his mirror's cracked too. A busted up face will just have to do. But the snapshot, where is it? His girl gave it to him. He's found it, digs further, and from deep within, he pulls out a bow and a small violin.
This whole thing didn't cost me a dime, just have to tune it all the time.
Robbo begins to play airs by a doggy beach.
The devil appears, a little old man with a butterfly net. Suddenly he stops and listens.
Robbo,
hasn't seen him. The devil hides. The devil approaches
Robbo,
from behind. The devil puts a hand on
Robbo,
his shoulder. The music ends. Hey mate, give me your fiddle.
No,
Sell it to me.
no.
Putting down his butterfly net and taking in his right hand the book tucked under his left arm. Trade you for this book.
Can't read.
Who said anything about reading? Sure, it's a book, but let me tell you, it's not just a book, it's a treasure chest too. Just crack it open and what does it hold? Equities, stocks and bonds, full of pure gold.
Show me, and don't think I can be wrong.
Of course not now, if I may be so bold. He gives the book to
Robbo,
who begins to read, moving his lips and following the lines with his finger. Futures, options, puts and calls, there's no way, he doesn't get it.
I don't get it, mate.
Keep reading, you will.
Listen, mister, if your book is worth so much, why trade it for my fiddle? It's not worth a buck.
All the more reason.
Oh, alright, it's a deal and a real bargain too.
Robbo,
Gives the violin to the devil and resumes reading. Futures, options, puts and calls. Market quotations for August the 3rd. What's today's date? Hang on a second, it's July 28. What do you know? This book is ahead of its time. Get it? This book ahead of its time. That's funny. That's it. You're coming home with me.
What did you say?
This thing doesn't work. You'll teach me to play.
I've got 10 days leave, I can't fool around.
I'll loan you my car. Your feet won't touch the ground.
But my mother, she's waiting for me at her door.
Come on now. You've kept her waiting before.
And my fiancée, she'll be waiting as well.
Your kisses will soon cast their usual spell.
So where do you live?
point cooked, mate.
Lodged, shod, fed and deloused. Then my car flies you home to your own mama's house. 2 or 3 days, just a little detour. And after that, rich. For how long? For toujours.
What'll I eat?
Steak 3 times a day.
And what will I drink?
Wine from Vouvray.
Smoke, what brands will be there?
Havana cigars purchased by Mui.
Alright, I'm ready, no problem, let's go. I'm all yours, my friend, do with me what you please.
Robbo,
Goes off with the devil.
Robbo,
Found at the old man's a palace of ease. The old gent's words were perfectly true. There were steaks and cigars and plenty more too.
he wined Robbo and dined Robbo.
Just like a king,
Robbo,
taught him to make that violin sing. And he taught
Robbo,
you what that book could bring. 2 days of this are worth the detour. Then came day 3 at quite an early hour. The old man walked in.
Robbo,
Who saw him walk in. He said, "Are you ready? But first, you slept well,
I did.
and my promise I kept well,
You did.
and so then all is well.
It is.
Then let's go." They climb into the car, ease into the street, and then, without warning,
Robbo,
flung back in his seat.
What the bloody hell's going on, mate?
Hang on tight, laughs the old man aloud. This chariot wants to be up in the clouds.
but Robbo wanted to jump out.
But before he could try, that crazy car flew up into the sky. It punctured the clouds and streaked through the air. How you feeling there?
Robbo,
Seatbelt secure? The blue sky, the white clouds all become a great blur. How much time passed, but time was no more. Then suddenly, once more, all was just as before. Down a beaten, dusty track.
Tramps Robbo with his pack.
2 weeks' leave is all he's got. On he tramps, tired and hot. Tramps for miles and miles. Home, his journey's done at last. Home, his journey's done at last.
Robbo
Appears, spiffed up from his chaise the devil. The music stops.
Robbo
Performs the following action as the reader recalls it.
All right, home sweet home. Hello, Mrs. Dewey. She's there in her garden. Hello, how have you been? She's deaf as a post, but there's Louis. Hey, Louis! He walks right by with his bucket and ladder. It's Louis, old buddy. Hey, Lou, what's the matter? Not a word from him either. Why won't he respond? Hey, Louis, come on, man. It's me, your pal Robbo. Robbo, the soldier, your buddy, you old so-and-so. A blank look, Louis off. Robbo moves on as well. And here, Robbo's old school with his famous old bell. Robbo! Remember? Come on, you know me. Downtown he'll find friends, you just wait and see. But there, men, women and children all flee. Are they scared? What the hell? But you know me so well. Robbo! But a first door slams shut, right in his face. Then they all slam shut, right in his face. Those thundering slams resound in his ears, all those doors, but at last his own door is near. He pictures his mother, rings the bell, and she's there. She sees him. She screams, slam. Robbo falls down the stairs.
I've still got my sweetheart.
Married, 2 kids. Then he says, "You monster, you gangster, you dirty rotten louse. Now I know who you are. I can see through my tears."
I'm not late by 3 days. I'm late by 3 years.
They think I'm a ghost back to haunt them, the living, a walking dead man whose soul can't be forgiven. "You gangster, you louse, like a moron, I listened. I was starving, dog-tired, and you lied. So why did my stupid ears open so wide? Does one listen to strangers? Throw open the door? No! Slam your ears shut, say no more. I'm not listening to you, but I listened. I should have run away, not stood there all years like a moron. I listened, gave him my violin too. Stupid slob that I am. Now what'll I do? Now what'll I do? Now what'll I do?" In a fit of despair, the soldier collapses on the ground. As the music plays, the devil appears, now attired as a small-time hustler. He lurks, unseen, observing the soldier. The music stops. The devil is seen
By Robbo.
No, you monster, you gangster, you dirty rotten louse.
He pulls out his knife and leaps on the devil. "Now what will you do?" Still brandishing his knife, but retreating.
You gangster, you louse.
Come. Manners, mate. Calm down. Good, you listening? Now, what will you do?
Robbo
Bows his head. Silence. "You forgot what I told you. The book that I sold you."
It's there with my stuff.
"Then you've more than enough. Are you a soldier or what? Then show these good people." 10 hut, 10 shut, that's more like it. Pointing to the knife. Get that out of my sight. Go on, stuff it. Robbo shoves the knife into his boot. That pack out of my way. Go on, stow it. He points upstage. Robbo obeys. That's more like it. Assume the position, and now pay attention. Get rid of that dunce cap. Come on, put on this. The devil throws Robbo a hat. That isn't half bad. Get rid of that jacket. I'll find you a suit. Assume the position. Robbo takes off his jacket. Assume the position. 10 hut, we're not done. The book, where'd you put it? Robbo points to his pack. Right, you said that, so go get it. Robbo goes to his pack. The devil observes him. Robbo rummages around and pulls out several things. Mirror, medal. No, just the book, that's more like it. Now, come on back here, hop to it. Robbo returns with book in hand. Don't just carry it in any which way. Tuck it under your arm. Where will it stay? He tucks the book under the soldier's arm. A book that's worth millions. Millions, you hear. Now, pay attention. The devil takes the violin out of his pocket. What yours is mine. What's mine is yours. A deal's a deal in love and war.
He leads Robbo off.
So he pulled out the book and sat down to read, and his reading brought money, more money, and then that money made money, and more money made more. He took from that book every tip that he could, and with those made more money than any man should, and then did what any smart businessman would, invested in things people wanted. Drum roll. Ladies and gents, yours for the asking. In black, navy blue, royal blue, true blue, pale blue, sky blue, bay, sand, cement, dark grey, 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 light grey, silver grey, smoky grey, torpay, brown, carquet. Tweeds, brocades, widths up to a yard, festive print, satin, silks, crepe, organza, a pre-war price extravaganza. Drum roll. Salesman at first, just a salesman of stuff, till investing his profits became quite enough. No need for stuff once dividends pay. People now do whatever I say, because I've got the know-how while they merely pray. This is no book, it's a real treasure chest. Open up and at once you're the best. It's got what you want, you just need a desire, so hurry up, grab it before you expire. Life's for the living and life doesn't wait. Don't wait till tomorrow, it may be too late. He didn't lie on that score. In the end, there's just death. So I'll have one of these, some of this, all of that. I can pay, so it's mine. I can pay, so it's mine. I pay, so it's mine. All. All? He stops. None. All and nothing. All for nothing. What's the matter? What's the matter? All and nothing. Now he sees. All I want, all the time, no wish ever denied. What good is all that if I've nothing inside? False, empty, dead things, hollow, stone cold. Oh, for the old things, the true things that cannot be sold. Scene 3. Reprise airs by a stream. We used to sit out on the grass, lovely to smell, lovely to touch, belonging to no one, costing nothing at all. No need to pay for all, not for me. Weekend, Saturday night, people watered their gardens. How does your garden grow? Little girls play hide and go seek. We duck behind a wall and lie out on the grass. The waitress comes, fills up your glass. What's in such simple things is all anyone needs. The music ends. They who've got nothing, they have it all, and I, who has everything, I have none. Nothing, nothing. I'm losing my mind. Satan, Satan, you robbed me blind. Now what do I do? Is that in the book? He opens it up and takes a look. Hey, book, come on, answer me. Speak, those folks who are happy. How'd they get what I seek? Hey, book, hey, you, book, come on now, explain. How can I have next to nothing again? His phone rings. Hello, sir, it's your broker, your current account. Later. The phone rings. Later, I said. You, book, wake up. Stop playing dead. Now what do I do? Now what do I do, I said. Robbo appears, well-dressed, leafing through the pages of the book. He stares out at nothing.
Never before has one man been so envied. I'm envied, me, the one with no life, the dead tree.
The devil, disguised as an elderly woman, vendor of trifles, pokes his head out from the left wing without being seen by Robbo.
I'm so far beyond rich, super rich now describes me. A super rich dead man with nothing inside me.
The devil pokes his head from behind the right portal. Robbo, who still hasn't seen him, throws the book to the ground.
Good sir, may one enter?
He enters.
What do you want?
Just a word with you, dear. Just a courtesy call.
Picking up the book which he hands to Robbo.
Something, good sir, that perhaps you've let fall.
So?
Good sir, dear sir, I'll explain it all. I'll just fetch my things, they're out in the hall. Rare find, sweet sir, curiosities.
Thanks, but no thanks.
Charity, good sir, one drop of charity.
Here.
Sir, pride requires us to spurn anything we haven't earned. We do our job, our little job, my things, as I say, are right outside. Shall I go fetch them, bring them inside?
The devil leaves abruptly. He returns with Robbo's pack, which he dumps on the floor.
Look, sir, just look.
Faster and faster.
Rings, watches, necklaces.
Robbo shakes his head.
Lacy things, no, tut-tut, don't be blue. Of course you're not married, that is quite true. We do our job, our little job. A lucky medallion in silver might do.
Robbo shakes his head.
No, always no, a mirror, quite new. Ah, now I've found it. The thing just for you. A sweet little portrait, beautifully framed.
Robbo turns towards him.
Aha! This intrigues you. Come, come, there's no shame. No, always no, my, you're a riddle.
He takes out Robbo's violin.
Then perhaps you'd prefer this fine little fiddle.
Robbo gets up abruptly. The devil walks away from Robbo.
How much?
Robbo begins to follow him.
How much? How much, I say?
Robbo rushes at him. The devil hides the violin behind his back.
Friendship always finds a way.
Handing Robbo the violin,
Give it a try, dear sir. Let's hear you play. We'll settle on a price, I pray.
Robbo seizes the violin.
He tries to play, but the violin produces no sound. Robbo turns around. The devil has disappeared. Robbo hurls the violin off stage. He picks up the book. He tears it to bits. Robbo leaves. The music ends. Down a beaten, dusty track, on he tramps without his pack. Where can he be going now? Does the poor man even know? The little stream he'll see no more. Where's he going? Does he know? He doesn't know, but he can see it's now or never he must flee. His riches are the devil's curse. Keep them, life will just get worse. And so he gives them all away. His feet will take him where they may. He'll live as he did 3 years back, but with no fiddle and no pack. Down a beaten, dusty track, never once does Robbo look back. What's to look at? No one's there to wave farewell, to say take care. And so our Robbo leaves his home, marching on, alone. Another country now, a little village inn.
Let's stay here. I'm bushed.
He thinks, and promptly orders several drinks. Savouring the local brew, Robbo drinks and wonders what to do. With drowsy gaze, he looks around out the window at the town through a set of muslin curtains, tied with pretty silken ribbons, held by little reddish pins, lovely curtains sweetly pinned, leaves stirring in the wind. But now a noise invades his slumber. A crowd appears, led by a drummer, who bangs his drum in the name of the king, whose daughter, it seems, won't eat a thing. Can't eat, can't sleep, can no longer walk. She's so sick it seems she can't even talk. And so the king's man to the beat of his drum declares, the king's only daughter shall be wed, the king of this country right here, to the man who will raise her from her bed. Right at this moment a young fellow appears. Have one on me, buddy, here's to you, cheers. So what if we don't even know one another? I'm a vet too, so you're my brother. So that's why I call you buddy, my friend. When I saw you walk in, I said, get him talking. I said, cheer him up now. Come on, man, no balking. A man wins this contest, his dreams will come true. The king's daughter, a bride just for you. What do you say? If not you, then who? I'm married, I've got me my ball and chain. But you're free, so come on now, use your brain. Be a doctor, whatever, you've nothing to lose. Just salute and say, medic. An innocent ruse. Then check her fever. She'll moan, she'll be hot. One way or another, it's well worth a shot.
Robbo pounds the table.
Why the hell not? Another bang on the table. Why not, after all? See you later, good buddy, and thanks for the tip. He leaps to his feet and flies out the door, leaps up and leaves, no need to hear more. At the gates of the palace he's stopped by a guard who asks where's he going, why he's panting so hard. Robbo runs on.
Where am I going? To see the king!
Robbo dashes off to the palace. The music ends. Music played as the king received me. So far so good, he said. You're a doctor? I said, medic, yes. It's just so that many have tried and for naught, but she hasn't yet tried the cure that I've brought. Very well, you should see my daughter tomorrow. The reader produces a deck of cards. He shuffles them. Things are looking up. Things are looking up. My buddy was right. After all, why not me? A wife at last to call my own after living all these years alone. We see a darkened room in the palace.
Robbo
Just spreads a deck of cards on the floor as the reader has done at the table.
It's going to work, right? What do you say, cards? What do you say? 7 of hearts, 10 of hearts, Queen of hearts, trumps all the way.
He drinks.
After all, why not me? I'm Robbo. A wife to call my own, and for my ass a throne.
The devil appears beside Robbo, the violin pressed against his heart. Beat you to it. Silence. Robbo bows his head and doesn't move. Circling Robbo. It was always silly of you to get so mad. You were rich, admired, a hero, but then you went and lost your head, and now you're a zero. Silence. Robbo still doesn't move. 7 of hearts, 10 of hearts, Queen of hearts, yay. You crowed like a rooster, it's my lucky day. Believe in yourself, just do it, they say. Tucking the violin under his chin. There's just one problem. You forgot how to play. The devil circles Robbo, playing flourishes on the violin. It's true what he says. I can sit here and glower. But what does that do? He's got all the power. Me, I've got nothing but sorrow. He stops abruptly. Then the reader, turning around, suddenly speaks to Robbo. Buck up, man. Get up and deck him. Kick him in the kidneys.
He isn't a man. I can't possibly beat him.
You can, yes you can. Here's how it is. He only wants you because you've got what's his. Robbo raises his head and looks at the reader. He goes to the reader and sits at the table. The reader hands him the cards. The money, give it up, presto, you're saved. Play cards with him. Let him win back what he craves.
Want to play? I've got money.
What?
I said, would you like to play?
My dear friend. He takes a chair. The pleasure would be mine, Robbo. He sits. The devil and Robbo face one another across the table. The reader sits between them. He'll win. He always wants to win. But when you lose, he'll be lost too.
Gold, banknotes, dollars on the table.
Very good.
How much?
10 cents a point, Robbo.
$10 a point, not 1 penny less.
Whatever you want, but don't be careless. Robbo shuffles the cards. The devil cuts them. No more fiddle, no more book. A few pennies left, give them one last look. They play. The devil wins. You're flying, my friend, too close to the sun. Your wings are melting. Pretty soon you'll have none. They play. The devil wins. Starvation's your fate and you're out. O-U-T. They play. The devil wins. Hear that? Nevermore, caw the crows. You'll end up stark naked. You'll lose all your clothes. They play. The devil wins. Buck up, man. $50.
50, I said.
You're dead. They play. The devil wins.
$100, mate.
Gently, sir, gently. They play. The devil wins.
And the winner is me.
Robbo, winner take all.
Winner take all.
He empties his pockets of every last cent and throws it all on the table. Ace of spades. You, Robbo,
Queen of hearts.
I want to get your through. Watch him, Robbo, watch him. Robbo pushes back his chair, puts his hands on his knees and leaning forward, studies the devil who reels even more. Watch him now, he's going to fall. Wait, now, get up. Give him a drink, that'll fix him. Now tell him, bottoms up.
Take it, this will soon set you right. I said drink, here, take it. Don't put up a fight. Bottoms up, old buddy. One more for all friends.
You Robbo, you dare to call. Watch out now. Watch out, Robbo, he's going to fall.
Free! I'm free! Oh, do I dare?
He's not had enough.
Open wide and say, that's it. More and more.
Take back what's yours. Robbo seizes the violin and right away, standing next to the devil, begins to play.
Sweet princess, finally I'm sure that I have found the perfect cure. I'll soon be paying you a call, because right now I have it all. I'll come, I'll dare, I'll not be bound. I was lost, but now I'm found. I'll come and swear upon my life to make you my own dearest wife. From death I'll lead you back to life.
The music ends. Brilliant light, the bedchamber of the princess. She lies stretched out under a veil, perfectly still. Robbo enters and begins to play. 3 dances. 1 tango. The princess opens her eyes, turns towards the soldier. The princess sits up. The princess rises. She begins to dance. Number 2, waltz. 3. Ragtime. The music ends. Robbo and the princess embrace. Terrible screams off stage. The devil enters in full devil drag. He walks on all fours. The devil spins all around Robbo, now begging him to hand over his violin, now trying to tear it from his arms, while Robbo fends him off with his bow. The princess seeks refuge behind Robbo, and as he moves about, so does she, the better to remain hidden behind him. The devil, now recoiling, now lunging forward, anticipates Robbo's moves. Robbo has an idea. He begins to play his violin. The devil contorts and is jerked about uncontrollably. He tries to hold his legs still, to no avail. He is thrashed about wildly by some invisible force. He collapses, exhausted. Robbo takes the princess by the hand. We see that they are no longer afraid. Now, at a sign from Robbo, she takes the devil by his paw, and the two lovers drag the devil off stage. They return to the middle of the stage and fall once again into one another's arms. They embrace, the music ends, the devil appears.
You're doing well right now, it's true, but soldier, I'm not done with you. Whose share of joy he would surpass, be warned, it will not last. Don't let this luck of yours go to your head, or your missus will end up back in bed. And you, her prince, her would-be lord, will feel the wrath of my swift sword. I'll drag you to where I dwell, and roast you in the fires of hell.
The devil disappears. The soldier and the princess hold one another tight. It's never wise to try to add what you had to what you have. You cannot at the same time be what you were and have become. In this life you have to choose. You have no right to have it all, and if you try, you're bound to lose. One joy is all the joy we get. A second wipes the first one out. I have it all, Robbo thinks. But one day she says to him, I still know nothing about you, so tell me a little about yourself. It's all so long ago and far away. I was a soldier back in the day. Before that I lived in a small town with my mother across the border. If we could go, you know my answer must be no. We'll come right back a day or so. And who will know but me and you? She studied him and then she said, You want to do it? Yes, you do. You do, you do, you do, you too. You do, I see you clearly, dear. And then he said, Come over here. But she replied, Is that a yes? If not, I'll stay right here, I guess. And here Robbo's thoughts began to play. Maybe my mother will know me now. We could bring her back with us to stay. I'd really have it all that way. The devil suddenly appears in a magnificent red costume. He observes the couple. He hides. So back they went. As they drew near, the school bells of the town rang clear. He arrived first at the frontier. She stayed a few steps to the rear. Once again, the devil appears. Robbo called and turned back to her. We see Robbo, who has turned and is urging the princess on. He continues to walk and arrives at the border. The devil steps in front of him. He has, once again, the violin. Robbo bows his head. He falls in behind the devil, marching very slowly but without protest. A call is heard from off. Robbo stops for an instant, but the devil orders him on. In triumph, the devil leads Robbo off. We hear someone call one last time. The end.